We'll just start with it. I'm really excited to have word with you. Like before the day of the event, also yesterday we had a small chat, and and today also we had chat. And really, really looking forward to this conversation. And just starting with very basic question that how was your college life, and what was your college life, and how you have grown as a person after college, because college is a place where you can grow as a person, like the activities that we're doing right now, it's all organized by the students. So I'm pretty sure that you have been part of some initiatives in your college days or school days, so I would really love to know about that.
Thank you so much, Neeraj. And definitely it was a good conversation with you and your whole team and all the students who have made this so seamless. So yeah, okay, so we're starting right from the beginning. Yeah, so school and college life was very, very interesting. Like we spoke earlier, through our NGO, the Young Environmentalist Program Trust, it was always associated with many universities, many colleges, Pan India, which was one of our schools, was a part of it. So every time with all the nature trails, with all the beach cleanups, with all the environmental activities, it was all about that from school. And then, when it came to college, then I became the forefront of, kind of just being a part of the whole sustainability campaign. And coming to now where it's not only made a whole, the narrative again, has not only made the whole movement, a whole aspect of, leaving back for, the next gen, but also an aspect of understanding that it's not only all money, it's not only all business, it's not just a rat race, and you don't just need to chill after retirement. You have to make sure, especially at this young age, to take out that time and if not give back, at least give in to yourself, and make sure that other than this rat race, just have that space for yourself, so that in the future, where we call it that burnout day or that burnout time doesn't happen. So hence, these school activities, these college activities were so embedded that it still teaches me now that with all what is happening around the world, with everything on social media, with you having to be the best at the same time, take out that time to recharge, refresh, and just remember, your school days, and make that remind you that little playtime is important as well.
Right.
So yes.
Yeah, like you have worked across media, branding, and events, leadership roles. When you look at your journey today, what part of it feels like most defining to you right now? That the learnings that you have taken from your journey that you would love to share with us.
So actually, coming, I always wanted to be a journalist. I've always wanted to be in the media family because I felt that doing that could give me a voice to speak and make my own narrative on what I feel, and also to make sure that whoever we're reaching out to, we can get their voice out. So that was journalism for me. It taught me a lot. I traveled around India, I traveled around the world, I understood. But then at one point, it came to me that it's not about the next big scoop. It's not about the next, gossip. It's not about the next news. It is a whole aspect of, empowering the youth. You cannot fake facts. You have to tell the truth. You have to tell the public, the people, the youth, the truth. And when I saw that, I, then said that I need to make a bigger impact. I need to basically have a bigger community to set the narrative where everyone has an independent voice and is just not, suppressed by any type of power or anything, and have the security to have your voice been told. So yeah, so that's how my journey
Yeah.
from like a journalist
Yeah,
to
the thing you mentioned about journalism, just I have one question about that. In today's, we are living in a generation where social media plays a very crucial role when building a brand. I don't think without a social media nowadays, building a brand would be really, really hard. Because everyone stick on their phones, just typing like this and this. So it's very important, to brand your brand in a way that Gen Zs will be, will be looking forward to that particular brand. And as you mentioned about the narrative, the journalism in our country is, being very honest with you, it's not on a very great level. So narrative is very important in brands too. So your life as journalism, and how much a crucial role it has played in your career as a starting up as a firm, founding a firm, and building it from very scratch, and now it's over here. You have your headquarters at Dubai, and I would really love to know what role journalism has played in your life.
So journalism, like I said before, the main role that it's played is to be true to yourself. So that's exactly what I'm gonna say. You have to be very, very true to yourself, because then that resonates in everything that you do. So like he said, social media. Social media is very important. Change, like I said, is the only thing constant. So right now we are understanding the impact of social media, because it is showing a whole aspect of who you are as a story, as a narrative. So how you would want to portray that narrative is what is social media. Now in regards to a brand, how does a brand want to portray its narrative? Again, comes through all types of media. It doesn't only have to be social media. One more myth that I want to burst is social media is not a primary aspect of getting a brand sales,
Okay.
of getting a brand reach. No. It's all about the data and it's all about the reach. And that is not only through social media. There are lot of mediums in regards to that.
Okay.
And I'm sure when our students are interning, and I'm sure when our students are doing major campaigns, they would understand that the real life reach and the real life reach is very different. So let's not be delusional, let's not be in a facade and just think that jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai.
Right.
No, it goes very deep rooted, wherein which again your story, you have to have an impactful story. It has to be true to your bone, and only that will sell. You could be
Right.
whatever brand, and you could be wherever in the world. But these two things are very, very important.
Right. Like as you mentioned, just I have one question about that. As you mentioned, that social media is not the only way that you can brand your firm and all that stuff. But we are living in a world where social media is playing a crucial role. It's defining the what trend will be coming in the next few years. Right? So like being very being very close to the trends is very important. But there is always a saturation period. Every time if you're building a brand, there will be a saturation period where you will feel like, okay, my idea of doing branding is not working out. So in that particular scenario, what things we have done, or what should any brand should do? As our event is all about young entrepreneurs, so who are going to start their brand, anything for them, how to market themselves, how to position themselves in the market that is very crowded in every particular sector.
So yes, like what you said very correctly, there is a saturation point, in everyone's journey, personally or professionally. It comes back to again being true to yourself, understanding what is your long-term vision, and understanding that change is constant. And I'm repeating myself again and again because this totally should get embedded in you. So what we do at least in our firm is we understand with the brands, depending on the industry, to have a 6 months to a year to a 3-year rotational cycle of how we could change the brand face, change the brand value, keeping its ethos in place. So that is very important because there are some CEOs and there are some founders who just don't want to change, who want to have their narrative, set straight, like how you see the Kit Kat bar, right? It
Right.
will always be that red and silver, but sometimes you can't be that just one. You have to show, you have to have those ripples, you have to have those changes, to have people keeping on guessing, to have people understanding that yes, this brand or this person has more to give, is also evolving in time, and that shows the people that you are putting effort.
Right.
So it could be from your sales team to your marketing team to your PR team. I tell all the teams working on, it could be a startup brand or a well-established brand. I tell all my teams, think like a sales team, but completely work like you're on a new project every time you're looking for an idea, because it's just going to give you a new fresh aspect to sustain and not get saturated and have that saturation point.
Yeah, fair enough. And I would also love to know about the social work that you are doing. Like social work is very important from my point of view, because we have to grow as a society. When the society grows together, the nation gets benefit from it. And I would really love to know that how it started. Helping in many social works, and how much it has helped you as a person, in your personality. I would really love.
So yes, social work has been a big part of my life. Currently, we are building ocean schools, pan India and globally. Ocean schools basically for us is to spread accessibility. It could be for the handicapped to us, where in which everyone is equal underwater. You do not need to swim, you do not need to have any type of drama attached to it. You just have to come with a beautiful, clear mind and just give yourself to the ocean and heal mentally, heal physically, and understand that there is more to life. With everything going around in our lives, I wanted to put more focus on our ocean school. Is why? Because as an entrepreneur, as a CEO, as living my life, with my friends, with my family, having my young brother, how can I be more of an example? How can I refrain from that burnout period? How can I refrain from a saturation point? Is when I do something, extra, and that I try to connect with our ocean school and try to see how it could not only empower me but empower everyone around.
Right.
So when you go on a trip, you don't have to do all the activities, you can pick and choose, but when you go on a trip and when you go inside the ocean, you can't talk to anyone.
Right.
No one can talk to you. You're literally trapped in a space where you feel like, okay, that's it. It's just this simple.
Right.
There is no hurry, there is no rush, there is nowhere to be. And you feel like this is life when you hear yourself breathing and when you hear a heart beating. So it makes such a big impact and it makes such a big change when you go back to work, when you go back to school, when you go back to your family, you go back to your friends. It just gives you that refreshing time. It might not last for a long time, but you can go back and so and I'm not just saying with the ocean school, we tried this with our cycling as well. It could be what you want to do, but make sure that you have that space in your life where, if not every month, once in 3 months, you should do that.
Yeah.
So more than everything which you guys definitely know about in regards to business and work and the other speakers I'm sure will enlighten you, but I'm definitely here as an entrepreneur and philanthropist to tell you that just don't stop, go at it. If you know that your story is true, make sure that you narrate it, set your narrative, and and you have a lot of solutions for the burning point and the saturation point. So we're here for you, and all the best.
Thank you for it. And just wrapping up with our session, I'm a guy who really loves to read and all that stuff. So before ending, I just have two questions for you. First one, anything for the young audience that you want to mention, and I really love if you can share your two favorite books that a young audience should read, so that they can get more and more info. If they build, and it can be from any particular genre. It doesn't matter. Like
I'm a little obviously biased. So Get Out, Get Going is by Elsie Gabriel. So that is a book on environment and how you should actually get out and get going. And then the second book is The Waves of Knowledge, which is by me and Elsie, which is again of by our ocean school. Yeah, I mean, I just pick up any of my brother is a big reader.
Okay.
So whenever I just want to have like my off time, I pick up like a Jeffrey Archer or a Dan Brown, and I get into that whole space.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for sharing that, and definitely I hope they will gonna read that. I hope they get some time off their phone, so they will gonna read definitely. So thank you so much for the conversation. I really enjoyed, and